On a bigger and better hit than before, welcome to Desert Vibe Podcast. I'm your host, Paul Apollo, and today we are going to talk about journaling. So, first of all, I would like you to introduce yourselves, and then we can dive into our topic today. Welcome.
Well, thank you. Again, I'm back. My name is Rishal. For those who know me, I'm Rishi. Yeah, welcome and welcome back. Hit that subscribe button wherever you are. Thank you.
Dennis Mwangi here. So, today we're gonna talk of journaling. And I know most of us we don't do journaling, or some of us usually confuse between diary and journaling. So today we're gonna know the differences. Yeah. So welcome back. As what Rachel said, hit the subscribe button.
All right, so the first question is, what is journaling? Or what do you understand of how simple, or in terms of in a simple language, how can you explain to someone to understand what journaling is?
For me, first of all, I want to say we usually confuse between diary and journaling. So maybe my concept may be different from the other person. So, and from my own understanding, actually, based on my own experience and what I've gone through and reading and stuff, diary is recording of your daily activities, And when it comes to journaling, it's a record of also the activities you do, but not daily activities, and also something to do with experiences and reflection. Sometimes you ask yourself a question and you write it down. You can write a goal down, but when it comes to diary, you cannot write a goal like tomorrow I'm gonna be executing something. Yeah. So
All right, what about you, Rishi?
For me, I agree with him. For the journaling, I believe with the different words to use, I can say that journaling, you do journaling because of your emotions and your feelings. Mm-hmm. And to a perspective, you can say that journaling is done when you're at your highs and you're at your lows. Mm-hmm. You get? And in contrast to that, diary is something that you have done throughout the day. You get? Just to record. And it's like daily activities, right? Mm-hmm. But in a book form. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And journaling is just straight up. You have your emotions. Mm-hmm. Oh, my dad beat me today. Mm-hmm. You write it down. I felt so angry. Mm-hmm. You get? Or maybe, oh, I talked to this girl. She's really beautiful. Yeah. That's the type of journaling we do.
Okay, let's get deep down into journaling, because from what I've gathered from both of you is that journaling, you can do it anytime. You can do it today, tomorrow. You can even postpone. All right, you can postpone and do the journaling tomorrow or maybe next month.
Yeah, though you
but
need
when it comes to diary, it's like it's a day thing. It's an everyday thing, right? Like today, whatever you experienced or whatever you're feeling, you write it down, right? But for journaling, you can procrastinate, right? Which is not good, but you can postpone, okay? All right. So my next question will be, which we've already answered. I think we are now ahead of our topic today, because I can see my next question was the difference between journaling and diary. So I will go to the third question. Can journaling make me more productive?
Yeah, of course, yes. That is not even a question. I can say that is the answer, actually. But in which way?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Give us some of the ways which you can be productive through journaling.
So, can you tell us about? Do you journal, by the way? Do you do
Yes.
journaling?
Yes.
How often?
It depends on. Okay, my journaling is more of vision. Okay,
Vision.
it's visionary.
Mm-hmm.
So until I get that vision, then I'll put it into a drawing form.
Into a mission. Okay.
Okay, into art form. That's what I do. So I have to wait for this vision, and then I have to put it down like a picture.
But I think that's more of a vision board. it's because for me, I feel like when you're writing a journal, and let's say you have an ambition in your journal, it should be like something in the lines of, this has happened to me today, and I don't want it to happen, so I can do this to get here. You get? So that's more of a journal part than rather saying that you're like, oh, I want to be this when I at this time. That's more of a written vision board, I believe. But again,
So yeah, a vision board is also a journal. Yeah, so because we have different types of journal. We have gratitude journal, we have prompted journal. An example, this one it combines all. So, and this one is more of prompted journal. And a prompted journal is where you are asked questions, like question that makes you reflect back. So when you talk of vision, this is it's a type of journal, and if I remember the name, I'll let you know. But we have different types of journal, you know. One is gratitude journal. What am I grateful for? Let's say right now, what am I grateful for? I can say I'm grateful for a snack that I just ate. The person who purchased the snack, you know, the person who served me the drink, you know. So yeah,
but I need to ask a question before we move
sure,
on.
sure.
As per my understanding,
Okay.
journaling is done via emotions and feelings, right? As per mine.
An experience as well. An experience as well.
Yeah, that experience brings
Yeah.
up the emotion and the feeling towards you doing it. Because you can't do it without, because a diary, you'll just do it because it happened.
It happened.
Right?
It happened,
But
yeah.
It's a
for the
daily
journal,
occasion.
you're doing it because it somehow impacted something in you. As I was saying, the journal, it directly affects your emotion and your feelings. You get? That's why you go out and write it. You see? But as per the vision board, I feel like it's more of a future diary because you want this to happen. You get? The vision board, you want this to happen, but it has not impacted your feelings or your emotions as per the moment. That is how I deduced it anyway.
Okay. So
I
back
get
to
the point.
question.
So, your question was, or rather, your question was, how?
Yeah.
How? Okay. In which way have I become productive through my journaling? Right? That was your question.
Yeah. So
I would say it helps me track, or it's like a revelation to whatever is going to happen. Okay, as for me, yeah, because I will see this vision, I will put it into art, and then afterwards happens. And I'm talking out of experience because two of them has really happened. Yeah. Only that I did not carry them today. I don't know how I forget them, but I was to show them to you today. But I think this is not the end of journaling. We can still do more of journaling topic. Yeah.
and when it comes to productivity, based on my own experience, it helps me manage tasks. Because sometimes you'll find me, let's say at my workplace actually. So they'll give me a lot of tasks, and if I don't write them down, it will be difficult for me to do what? To execute the. I can forget some things, you know,
Yeah, sure.
because we are human beings and we tend to forget more oftenly. Yeah, I usually write down the tasks, and by these, if I've completed a task, oh my God, not tax. Oh my God, you know, I'm from Kenya and the government is taxing
Nilikuja
us
na
a lot.
meli. Nilikuja na meli.
So,
Okay.
forgive me.
Sure.
Yeah,
We
yeah, yeah.
understand.
So,
Tarushiwa kiatu.
Kizungu is not your, it's not our thing.
don't throw the shoe. Yeah, so can say it helps us manage the tasks.
And as well, it helps us also to track our progress. Like, yeah, you can also get a progress of, or a chapter of a progress of how your improvement or something like that.
So we can say
Okay.
it's a record, right?
It's a record, yeah.
Yeah.
So let's go to the next section. And do you have something to add, maybe?
I'm conflicted
Mm-hmm.
at some point. I need clarity.
Mhm.
I'm not sure about it.
Yeah.
Okay. I wanted to ask, like my brother here said, he's given tasks, so he has to write them down so that he cannot forget them, right?
Is that a journal?
Yeah.
That's the question.
I think that's a diary.
Which type of journal? Because apparently we have different types. So
I
yeah.
think that's a diary
Yeah.
or a task. What do we
That's
call
maybe
this?
that's
Something-
a schedule.
A schedule.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can call it a schedule.
schedule.
But you know, a schedule leads you to having a journal.
Nah, a
Yeah.
schedule leads you to having a diary.
See, yeah. I get your point. I think we are having a misconception of
Diary and journal.
diary,
Journal,
journal.
schedule.
Can we forget
schedule,
about diary
tasks?
and
Yeah.
we talk about
Okay.
about journal? Because
Because based on what a journal is,
Mhm.
it is based on feelings, right? Experience, and
Exactly.
what else? This feelings, experience, and remind me,
Emotions.
emotions. Okay. It is this feeling that you are writing down about a certain situation,
Yeah.
okay,
You know,
or an event which has happened to you. It is this emotion that you're writing. It is this experience that you're writing down. Okay, it's not the work you're doing.
yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
yeah. So I think that's where we all getting like a
Exactly.
misconception.
Now we have the same. We
Yes.
have the same point.
So I get the point when you wanted to ask him a question.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
So to get it right, journaling is based on feelings, experience, and
emotions, thoughts as well.
emotions
Yeah.
and thoughts as well.
Yeah.
So it's what you're thinking about, you put it down.
Exactly.
That's what the journal is,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. So the point I was talking of, yeah, it's actually scheduling. Yeah, sure. Scheduling, because that is you cannot a task given by someone. Yeah, they tend to give you so that you can complete the task.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I cannot say this is a journal. I'm
Definitely.
creating my own journal here so that I can do. You know. And do you really go back to what you wrote yesterday? Oh.
In a journal.
First
Yeah.
of all, do you journal?
Personally,
Yeah.
I have ways to channel through my. I'm like a snail in a hard shell. Like, I will portray my hard emotions out there, but the soft part of me will be inside. You get?
Yeah.
So journaling, I find it like it's more exposing. I find other ways to like share my thoughts or my feelings, my emotions. If that sounds correct. Yeah. I don't per se journal, but I do appreciate a journaler, if that's how they are called.
Okay.
All right. So how can someone start a journal? So this person doesn't know about anything to do with journal, but he's emotionally intelligent and all that, but he need to start this journal. And which is the process? How do we start a journal, or how do we start journaling?
I can't truly give an advice on this, but I can tell them about myself, because it's not that I have consistency when it comes to journaling. No. There's something that I need to apply, and I'm being a little bit vulnerable with myself, because I don't have discipline when it comes to journaling. Same as gym, I don't have discipline. And this is something that I'm trying very hard to fight. And the way I can ensure that I'm following my gym schedule, it's using my journal. And sometimes I even find it difficult to write on my journal, because I usually say I can write like 3 days in a week, you know. So that is Monday, I write it on Friday and Wednesdays. But I find myself on Wednesdays, I write nothing. You know? So how I started these, I usually have sticky notes. If I have any thoughts, I usually write it down on a sticky note and I stick it on the wall. If you've been in my room and you usually see plenty of sticky notes. Sometimes you find them, I've removed some, I've added new, you know. So this is how I usually schedule myself and any thought that I have. Actually, I was thinking of a certain film. I'm not a script writer, but I can give a concept to someone who can write about it. Let's say like script writer, like Mr. Rachel here. So
Okay.
it's about the mountain scorpion. I truly don't know how. Have you ever heard of something called? Have you ever heard of a scorpion from the mountains?
Not yet.
Not yet, but now I had this thought and I wrote it down on my small sticky note and I pasted it on the wall. That's how I usually do most of the things.
Yeah.
And I went forth to purchase a prompted journal. It has lots of questions and it is helping me with my disciplines. But how I started, it's using sticky notes because I was truly not able to manage my own tasks. Let's forget about the workplace tasks, but my own tasks. Sometimes I need to call my mom, but I've forgotten I need to call my mom. Because you told, hey mom, I'm busy right now, I'll call you later. Hey sis, I'm busy right now, I'll call you later. But since she knows that Dennis will call me later, she won't make an effort of calling me back. I'm the one supposed to make an effort. So I find myself in a difficult situation. I used to find myself in a difficult situation whereby I wasn't able to manage the small things. Like making a call, it would just take seconds. Yeah, you talk like 5 minutes, let's say 1 hour. But I find myself forgetting these. I find myself forgetting purchasing like important things. Like, let's say I'm supposed to purchase, let's say like soap. I will just go to a mall. I loiter around. I buy snacks. I come back. I say, oh my God, I forgot to buy soap. Simply because
Okay, so your point is that
You're
if,
dejecting.
if anyone is to start
I'm
journaling,
rejecting.
Yeah.
one
It's okay. Cancel
one
me.
one way to start a journaling is by maybe by having a sticky note, right?
But you'll
Where
find
you
someone doesn't have a reason to start journaling.
Yeah, I
Um,
wanted to come to that point. Actually.
I think everybody has feelings and everybody do experience something, and we also have emotions, right? So okay, from my perspective is that anybody can start journaling. Yeah, because we all have feelings, we all have experiences, and we all have situations that we go through. But it's up to someone to start. Okay, like you have to figure out, will this be helpful to me? Will journaling help me in any way? Yeah, and which the next question will be, does it help in anxiety?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and talk on both your points before I forget yours first. When I said you were dejecting, the whole point the whole point of forgetting, oh, I needed to call this person, I needed to like that will fall under something else.
Yeah, but it kind of falls. Like, this is how I do it.
You know, let me
Based on my experience, I'm not saying this is the actual thing. You
That
guys
is-
need to research on this.
Okay, that's why I'm also linking it to your point, sir. I don't think there is a proper procedure in starting a journal, and I don't think if anyone should. Okay, it is good, but I don't think if it is the right thing to do. But it is okay to do, like having discipline on journaling, like journaling daily. Because when someone journals, he's journaling about something that has exaggerated maybe the happiness or maybe the low times you get, or maybe the experience that person, or maybe the thoughts that just flashed into your minds. It is an exaggerated thing that you decided, like, this is not a normal in my life. I have to write it down. You get. So I don't think we need a proper procedure for that.
But
We-
the question
like,
is,
That's why I'm saying when you want to start a journal, you start it when you are feeling the need to write something.
yeah,
It's not like, oh, let me today write a journal, and you're like thinking, oh, what should I write? Because let's say you are busy throughout the day and you had a lot of activities that were just crazy. Then when you get home, you're like, hey, this and this happened. So you're just typing on your phone, on your notes phone, like, hey, I met this person. He was really rude. He was doing this. You get. Now that's the type of journal that is considered like, it's not something that you planned on doing. I feel that like that's the best way to start a journal. For me, that is.
And when it comes to journaling, it falls under the category of personal development and personal growth. So if someone is seeking, like, let's say a good example is me. I truly want myself to grow more when it comes to my own mental wellness and stuffs. Yeah, so I need to journal because it helps
Now
when it
that's-
comes to mental health.
Now that's the point. The whole point of journaling is for your mental health, for your mental health. That is the whole point
Yeah,
of journaling.
sure.
We all agree to that, right?
Yeah.
So I can say the person who's journaling, for me, if I decide to start journaling, I think the only productive thing that it will give me a right state of mind. Because I will look back at it and I'll be like, what if I do this way? You get? Or what if I avoid this? Or what if I take this more? You get? So you have different variations on how you pick up to your journal for the previous day or the days before. You get? Yeah. So journaling, that's why I'm saying journaling shouldn't have discipline like daily,
And not
you know?
daily.
Or
yeah.
maybe like
once
whenever
in a week.
whenever it comes.
So you mean in this you want to mean that journaling should happen when time or when need arises, right?
Not
Absolutely
need-
not.
Not need arises.
Like you have this in mind.
let
And
me
this-
say when
When you have a
journaling is
reason.
done at the right time. Let me just say so. It's done at the right time. It's not a scheduled thing like a diary or maybe a schedule. You get? Journaling may be okay. That let me explain as to how I have done my research on it. You get? Journaling is something that comes right to your mind immediately. Like you see, this is peculiar in my life. It never happens. You get? So you write it down. So that's why I'm saying journaling is done at the right time. It doesn't have specificity. It's just at the right time.
I
Yes.
remember we had an episode on gratitude, and this is the best way someone can start his journaling and stuffs. Just write 5 things. What are you grateful for in every day? Like I said it earlier. What I'm grateful for? The snacks. I love eating, but I don't. Unfortunately. So forget about that. So this is how you can start journaling. Like writing 5 grateful things that are 5 grateful stuffs that you're great. Oh my God. English is
5
not my.
things that you
you're
are grateful for each
Yeah,
day, right?
thank you.
Sika
So
mmoja.
that's it. And by these, it will help you. Another thing, some of us usually have different shifts. So you need to write something like, based on what this book has, the quality of sleep that you slept, like, let's say last night. Every day, the quality of sleep. You slept 3 hours, you write it down. You slept 4 hours, you write it down. You slept 8 hours, and it helps you more. It helps in your health and stuffs. Yeah.
It's like a track record, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yours
You
is
can track
more.
your
not
sleep.
a track
Yours is
record.
Yeah,
more
yes, you
of-
can always trap your.
Yours is more of a prompted journal.
Yeah, I said it. This is a prompted one. Because I don't know how to journal. I went to someone who knows how to journal.
I get the
A
point
life
now.
coach.
I get the point.
There are some people who don't know how to do
I
journaling.
get the point.
A good example, I was that person who didn't know how to journal. I took an action of going to a life coach who knows how to journal. Actually, the author of this journal, she's the one who told us on how we are supposed to journal. And we usually share something because we are a workshop, a workshop, you learn from this guy's experience, you learn from the other guy's experience. You say, but I usually do some stuffs that you're talking about. Is that journaling as well? Yeah, you'll hear someone saying, yeah, that's the way to journaling. But I didn't know how to journal because I cannot, like for this one, it has some questions that I wasn't even able to answer. I can ask you a question right now. What brings you joy?
Well, my family.
Your family.
My family.
Okay, another question.
Mm-hmm.
Are you with them right now?
Nah. Nah, I'm not.
Who's your closest friend?
Back at home, for sure. Not here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you feel that, right? Like it makes you reflect back. What are you most proud of?
Most proud of
Yeah.
getting here.
Hmm?
Actually making my dad proud from where I'm at right now.
Wow. What about you, Mr. Paul?
I am
Our
already
host.
going deep in thoughts, but
Mhm.
I won't answer this today.
You see? Yeah.
I already went deep in thoughts, actually. Yeah, sure.
Like
But
the questions
yeah.
themselves, some of them you're not even able to answer.
Yeah, sure.
That's true. That's very
Like
true.
what brings you joy?
And
Like-
at the same time, the question comes again:
Mhm.
what brings you happiness?
And then you need to manifest,
Mhm.
when it comes to journal, I can say it's more of manifesting, it's more of peace, it's more of how do we call it, joy. So when it comes to manifesting, I can say write down or just tell us something like just tell us 5 things, not 5 but 2 things when it comes to your manifesting, when it comes to your mindset. Manifest only 2 things when it comes to your mindset. Another one, when it comes to socializing. Only 2.
For my socializing,
Mm-hmm.
oof.
Manifest.
think-
Like, this is something you are, let's say you don't know how to socialize.
Yeah, you're aiming to.
You are aiming to.
Yeah. So for my socializing bit, I don't think that I've ever thought about how to do more of socializing.
What have you ever thought of doing? Forget about mindset.
Less socializing.
Okay. Forget about mindset. Forget about socializing. Let's talk of health and fitness.
Oh my God. Manifestation.
Now, this is where journaling sets in. You manifest and you write down something that you want to achieve. Let's say, when it comes to my health, like for me, I'm 83 kilograms, So, I want to gain weight.
Don't. No, that's the best way for a
Like, what should
gentleman.
I do? Yeah.
Okay,
So,
oh,
you are
I get the
manifesting.
point. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I need to achieve, let's say, like 95, with a gym body, not just eating a lot and stuff.
Okay.
So, what should I do when it comes to health and stuffs? I'll just write them down.
And you follow.
When it comes to mindset, the environment. Let's say my environment, me and you, we are talking about journaling. Is this something that is helping my mindset?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure.
It's about
so
mental
I
health,
can
yeah.
write down
Yeah.
something to do with environment. And environment, it's not the geographical location. Most of us usually we confuse, So
Yeah, it's anything
environment
that
is the
surrounds
content you
Yeah, the
consume.
content, yeah. The people who is around you. Or
Yeah,
the people who surrounds you.
you.
Yeah.
Okay, what type of journaling is that? The one that you have your goals set. Like the one you're saying you should manifest, right?
Mhm.
That's like having goals set, right?
Mhm.
For something, maybe your health, maybe you're socializing, anything. So what type of journaling is that? Because I don't know, maybe I read one part of journaling.
Will you
Yeah.
just allow me to confirm something here?
No problem,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah, yeah. Because I think I've forgotten the types of journal. So I think it's just right here.
Yeah. So in the meantime, let's think about how often should someone journal?
Okay, I found it.
Mhm.
So common types of journaling. One, we have gratitude journal. So purpose focuses on things you are thankful for. Then we have bullet journal. It's not the bullet, no, bullet journal. So combines scheduling. Yeah, the one I was
Scheduling,
talking about.
bullet journal.
I was on point. I'm not trying to justify anything.
No, go
A win
ahead.
is a win. Combines scheduling, to dos, and notes in a creative layout. We talked of creativity, so then we have dream journal. I think this one is for Paul. You said something to do with
I have two. I
Uh-huh.
have dream journal and art journal.
okay. Then we have records dreams for reflection or interpretation. I can't remember the last time I dreamt. So then we have reflection journal. So documents daily events and personal reaction. Daily. So
You see, now that brings me back to the point of high school where we were learning about this, what is it called? Functional writing. Journaling carries everything.
Yeah.
In journaling, you'll find a diary. In journaling, you'll find scheduling. In journaling, you'll find table writing. You get? So, journal carries all of that.
Yeah.
But we also have journaling by itself.
Yeah.
You get?
Sure.
Journaling is a whole concept because journaling is recording things. You see, recording things that will happen, is happening, and have happened. You get? So that is the whole, like, it's like a topic. Let's say you're learning about reproduction, right? You'll learn about female, male, but then you'll come to learn about the baby, the fetus. That's the main point of reproduction, right? You'll learn about the fetus. But you also learn about the male and the female, right?
Yeah.
Now that's how the journal is. There's journaling, the journal for diaries, scheduling, table writing, all etc. etc. But then there's also this journaling by itself. That's why I was feeling like we are contradicting in some
Yeah.
point.
Like we have
You get?
a misconception.
because the
Yeah.
journaling that I know is what I was explaining.
okay.
Yeah, that beat of journaling. So
Okay.
you like took the whole journaling perspective. You get?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. We are still talking about journaling, don't get?
Sorry.
We're still talking about journaling, but which ones now? That's the point. Yeah.
Okay.
I thought
All right.
I thought we were being specific.
No.
Yeah.
We ain't specific. We're
Oh.
talking of journaling. And there is prompted journal. This is where you're asked questions. Example is this one here. I think this one combines all. It combines all. It's not only questions. Yeah. So you have changed my perspective. Actually,
Right.
Going back to this stuff I've just checked right now.
All right. So let's go to our last question, which will be, how often do you journal, or how often should someone journal?
I can say there's no like I can say it depends with the guy. We can say you should say daily. It depends with the person.
Yeah.
An example, let's say me. Sometimes you'll miss a day, but discipline should be implemented. Discipline should be constant. Okay, so if you're journaling, let's say once in a week, just journal like let's say like once in a week. But if you are, and again it depends with the type of the journal. Let's
That is what I wanted to say.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Yeah.
yeah, it depends with the
Depends
type
on
of
the
the
type of
journal.
the journal,
Because
yeah.
when it comes to gratitude journal,
Yeah.
a good example.
That you can do daily.
Yeah, that one you can do daily.
Yeah.
Imagine you're writing a gratitude journal once in a week. Man, you'll write a whole syllabus,
sure.
bro. So
Yeah.
you'll write a book. Yeah. So,
Yeah, so it will be
depends with the
on
type
the
of
journal.
the
Yeah,
journal
on the type
and
of journal.
what someone is doing.
Yeah.
You know, everyone has a reason why he's doing journaling.
Sure.
Definitely.
Yeah, that is. I have a reason why I'm doing journaling. There's someone who is doing without a concept. Let me do journaling because desert vibes, they talk of journaling. No. You have a reason why you're doing journaling. This is me now. The reason I'm doing journaling, because I don't know how to manage my tasks, man. So I need to schedule my stuffs. It falls in this category of bullet, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bullet journal.
Yeah, sure.
But I'm using, oh my God, forgive me, but I'm still seeking for assistance from life coaches because some questions are kind of difficult for me to answer.
Okay.
Well, I think that's the whole point of that question. It should make you reflect back.
Reflect.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the whole point of that question.
So every time you reflect back,
Mhm.
then you can start a journal. Like you can do the
Yeah,
journaling, right?
That's the prompt of starting the
Anytime,
journal.
yeah. Anytime you reflect back,
Mhm.
anytime you experience something,
Mhm.
anytime you have this feeling,
Yeah.
is the right time to start the journal. And that comes to the end of our show today, or our topic today. And we are grateful for everyone who has been watching, supporting us. Don't forget to hit like. Don't forget to share. And more topic come on the way. So we are grateful for this day. And let's give a word to the viewers as well. You have any word for your viewers?
Obviously. So for me, I can say I'll try my level best. Me, Mr. Paul, Mr. Rachel, we're gonna try our level best to bring a life coach who will guide us when it comes to journaling. Because I can say this is the beginning of everything. If you know how to journal and scheduling your tasks very well, it will help you. To some extent, I started journaling like, let's say, like a week before, but right now my stuffs are kind of cool. No, I mean seriously, like a serious journal. I was doing the sticky notes and stuffs.
Wow.
Yeah, I was doing the sticky notes and stuffs.
I
But
think we should all
serious
move
journal.
now.
I even purchased this journal.
So
Wow, just for the
I think
podcast.
Yeah, it's not cheap. It's not expensive.
You did it just for the for today's today's episode.
No. To be honest, no. To be honest, no.
I
I'm
think
very
we should,
serious.
It was just coincidental.
But I
yeah,
think-
yeah, yeah. It happened. I went to this workshop. Sorry for cutting you short. It happened. I went to usually go to talk to me. We meet with other people. You learn from another person's experience. Long story short, it happened that day they were talking of journaling. And they said something to do with journaling. And Miss Caroline said, I have a book that I'm going to release next month on 15th. I said, what is it about? It's about journaling. And we talked of journaling the whole workshop. Like for 2 hours, we talked of journaling. Yeah. And I said, I usually do almost everything you're talking about, but I don't have a record. Because after finishing a task, I throw in the bin.
So that's what prompted today's episode.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Gotcha.
Because some people,
It's very good, actually.
some people are addicted to screens. You can put the phone down.
but do you think that we should move to in this time that we are already in a
Digital
digital
journaling.
era? Yeah,
Exactly.
digital journaling, because
Yes.
we have phones. We have computers. You know.
I know. I'm getting your point. I'm getting your
Yeah,
point.
yeah,
I
yeah,
can,
yeah.
I can feel your point.
Yeah, it's okay.
I know. Every
Digital
time you-
journaling, yeah, it's okay. But now, what content are you consuming? Just right now, this one goes to another episode of environment. I don't want to talk much about this, but which type of content are you consuming?
I understand. You know, we get disrupted because when you're using your gadget or your phone, a message will pop and you'll be distracted and you move to the inbox
see,
and you start
When we talk
replying
about
messages.
the digital journaling,
But there's something you
have
talk
your
about.
notes on your phone, right?
Yeah.
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 My
So-
Bible is here.
Yeah, exactly. So when you're just in your bed, you don't wake up, go take a book, take a pencil. It's tiresome. You're from work, it's heavy. You just take your phone, write, hey, today was hard, blah, blah, blah. That's a digital.
But I think that's the best. Phone is the best.
No.
Is the best way you can do
No.
journaling anytime. You know why?
Anytime.
You have this thing with you, but you don't have a book and a pen with you every time.
Do you know how I do
Now,
it?
You know?
I get your point.
Yeah.
But I get his point more because this, when you're writing down, it looks more authentic and more
Yeah,
raw.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. You cannot
Because
forget
Actually,
anything you
yes,
have written
you
down.
will go more deeper in thoughts and you write. You know, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I also get your point. It's actually good.
Yeah.
Because I usually do digital journaling after recording on my phone. Let's say it's a Bible verse. I usually take a book and write it down. I have gone through. Sometimes you find I can say I don't do social media because I usually say, oh, don't spend too much time on phone. I usually do social media, and when you're scrolling, you can find a video that is kind of educative. So I can take a screenshot. Then afterwards, I'll come and record it on my journal. I should watch that full episode of that stuff.
True.
Yeah, I did that screenshot journaling. Then I came to my book and did the normal journaling or the diary, whatever.
I don't know if this is journaling. Oh my God, we are going too far. So sorry. Sorry, directors.
okay.
So I was asking, when I take my phone,
Mhm.
then I start recording, like today is on 28th of May, blah, blah, blah.
Mhm.
I've been feeling so down. I've been having these consistent thoughts, blah, 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 blah.
Exactly.
Then you keep it on your phone. Then 3rd June comes. Oh, today's 3rd June. Just a little update. I'm recovering from this, blah, blah, blah. It's been rough few days, rough few weeks. Yeah, but I'm still forging on. Is that journaling?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
generally.
Okay.
I have some
That is-
questions for you before we wrap up.
Mhm.
This book, because I wasn't able to answer these questions. Should I? Okay. Thank you. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. Follow us on our social media platforms at Desert Vibes.
Yeah.
All
On a bigger and better hit
Yeah.
than before.
TikTok, YouTube.
Yeah, TikTok at Desert Vibes Podcast. YouTube at Desert Vibes Ambassadors.
Instagram.
IG?
Instagram.
Desert Vibes Ambassadors as well.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe.
Yeah. Comment
bigger and
actually.
better
So
hit than
tell us what
before.
you think of journaling.
Yeah.
It's a wrap.
Peace.